Turn off the mountain. Hi everyone. Good morning. Hi you guys. Hi. Just trying to pin us. All right. Okay. Hi guys. Hi Robbie. Hello, hello. Good morning. I am doing a live with my amazing friend Paul, Positive Life Magazine in Dublin, Ireland. I'll see you Thursday, Kate. Yay. Are you going to the conference? Hello, Israel. All right, let me see if Paul is on. Good morning, Gina. And we're going to bring Paul on and talk about our event in Dublin. Let's see. Let's see if it's on. Let's see. Give me 1 second, you guys, while I try to find Paul. There. Invited. Regulations require that baggage must be supervised at all times. See if he can get in. Yay! Oh, we're
Look at that. How easy that was. Remember the
oh, that was
first time?
the first time was ridiculous.
I hadn't a clue what was going on.
I know. Hello, my
Okay, so that's
beautiful, amazing
how,
friend.
how are you? Great to see you.
I'm
Wow.
I'm good. I woke up and I had the wrong time for my flight. I'm like, oh my God. I had to rush to the airport. So thanks for adjusting your time for us to connect now.
Oh, that's cool. No problem at all. So it's a lot easier when you're, lunchtime is a lot easier. And where are you heading off to? You doing a gig in LA or something? Or
No, I had a podcast here and now I'm going home this morning.
oh,
But
okay,
I'm going back to San
okay. And
Francisco.
how's life?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. How's
Yeah.
life?
Life's pretty good. No complaints. I just chilled all summer long. I just hung out at my house and just was doing absolutely nothing. It was really nice. Yeah. How was
Oh, good. You
yours?
had a good rest.
Yes.
Yeah, it was really good too. I mean, I kind of worked a bit though because we had Snatham Core.
That's right.
Do you know that lady? That was pretty
Yes.
big and that was intense because it was like a band, so there was a whole gang of them, and I loved them though. They were cool, and the concert was amazing. It was we had about 700 people in the RDS, which is a really cool
Oh,
venue.
wow. That's
Yeah,
incredible.
so that was nice. And then we just had Lee. Lee was here a couple of weeks ago. Lee Harris.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
my God. How was that?
It was really
Yeah.
nice. Really nice
Yeah.
to meet him and connect with him. He had a lovely time in Dublin, I think. He hadn't done an event for a few years, so he was delighted. And really good crowd. Yeah, it was beautiful. Beautiful.
Wow.
And now we have
He's,
Laurie Ladd back in the house.
oh, my gosh. I'm coming back. I'll come back every month if I can.
Did you really love Ireland? Yeah.
Oh, my God. I loved it so much. Are you kidding me? I felt like family there.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
great. That's great.
It was so good. Yeah. So we're
And
connecting now because of our event.
yeah, we want to have a chat about it. So we're on. It's a Sunday, Laurie. We're on, right, for the full day.
Yeah. All day long.
All day long, Sunday, September 17th. And what kind of plan have you got? What are you thinking? Are you just
I don't
what's
know
the
because
vibe?
I, I'm going to kind of wait till we get closer. The kind of vibe that I was feeling when we first started talking was about freedom, right? Internal freedom, external freedom. And that was like, I don't know, like six months ago, maybe. And the vibe that I'm getting right now, just on collectively, is this internal freedom, right? And just exploring and dissecting more of how we can be free in our own inner worlds, because whatever is going to unravel on the planet right now is going to make us feel like we are perhaps less free than we want to believe, or more chaotic than we want to be in. And the only thing that we truly have control over, and even that we don't have control over, is our inner world. And really kind of clearing out what it is within us based on traumas, programming, limiting thoughts, emotional states we're afraid to feel. Just exploring all of that. And if we can feel safe in our own inner world, we'll be rock stars in the outer world, And sometimes I think we have it backwards, this deep focus on the external world and the bitching and the moaning about it all. And if you actually find this deep inner peace in your own inner world, our impact will be tenfold, in my opinion,
It's kind of weird because the theme of the magazine, I'm just working on the magazine now for the autumn, so that one will be here when you get here, it'll be out when you get here. And the theme that I was given is inner peace, right? And the other day, I don't know if you get obsessed with things. I got obsessed with the microbiome. And I'm like, what's going on? I'm investigating all this bacteria in the sun. I'm like, what's that got to do with anything? And the universe says to me the other day, that's the theme of the issue, dude, inner peace. And those lads actually, they dictate a lot of your mood. It's like this colony inside of your tummy. I know I'm getting all kind of, about your digestive. It's not your digestive system. It's actually a bunch of dudes you're working with on the inside of your system. And you need to feed them the right stuff, and they then will then give you back. They release all the, there's actually a strain of bacteria. I'm going off on a mad one here. Yeah. A strain of bacteria that releases oxytocin.
Really?
Oxytocin. Yeah, it's called L-reuteri, and you get it in a yogurt. I'm obsessed with kefir, right? But it all, like, it's just funny the way inner peace, and I was thinking of it spiritually, and now they're showing it to me kind of physically, And then I'm thinking, but it's the total theme of everything. I met someone recently, they wrote a couple of books, and it's like, just go in, heighten your frequency, and you can walk through this world and you're not touched. It's just that we're getting told that every time, just constantly at the moment,
Yeah.
But you actually do it and embody it, I think we're getting there. You know what I mean?
We're scooting along. We're scooting along. But yeah, I mean, I think the more of us that are awake to this planetary shift, the more we realize, oh, wait a second, like this is not just about, like, if you've been on the like spiritual path for a while, or this isn't about like clearing out your chakras and meditating to some sort of higher frequency and all of that. This is literally about clearing out the physical body. I mean, it is the bare bone basics. It's descending back down into physicality, more and more and more, as opposed to kind of like ascending into these higher frequencies. To me, it's about being spirit in form, and spirit naturally is a super high frequency. That's just its natural state. And so it's the physical body that we're kind of manipulating frequency for, right? In my opinion. And so what is creating the lower frequencies in the physical form? The limiting thoughts, the emotional states you're afraid to feel, what you're talking about, right? Just like the physical properties of how the body works, and like what you put in your body, and the fact that, in the United States, we are so poisoned. Like, the amount of poisoning that we have in our water and our food and our air is insane right now. And so taking care of the physical body in that kind of way, like, these are the ways that we're going to have the most profound impact right now on the planet, instead of this like outer focus of like all the things that are going wrong and all the corruption and all the like blah, 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 that's going to keep going for years and years and years and years. It's not ending. right? So it's like, y'all need to turn around and bring that focus back in and get this body, you know, as clear as possible, as like
Yeah.
crystal clear as possible. And then it's like, okay, so how do we do that? And um, I think we've been doing a pretty good job, but it's next level when you're not attached to thought.
Yeah.
When you're free
Yeah.
of thought, that's next
I
level, you know?
kept getting this mantra when I was on holidays. I was on holidays in Lisbon, and I kept getting this mantra. And it'd be like, when you're at the air, like sometimes you're at the airport, you're traveling and stuff. I quite enjoy traveling, actually, I have to say. But sometimes you get a little bit stressed. Things are going this way, and you got to check in and all this kind of stuff. Something in me lately is kind of switching. I'm kind of really enjoying it. I'm kind of love this each step of it. Whereas before I would get stressed about it. But I'm on the holidays in Lisbon, and I keep hearing this mantra constantly. You are the awareness behind the thoughts. And I said, look, I heard this one before. I know this one. And they said, no, you're not getting it. We're going to tell you again. You are the awareness behind the thoughts. And I said, yeah. So that means when I have a thought, don't associate it with it. And they came again and they said, no, we're telling you that you are the awareness behind the thoughts. So therefore, you've absolutely nothing to do with the thoughts. You don't need to detach to them. That's not what you are. End of. It was like this real kind of, it was a different slant. You know what I'm trying to say? It was different. And that was the mantra.
I love it. I spent 2 months this summer going into like a really deep practice of awareness. And I didn't know what was happening and why I was being guided into just like sitting still and going deep into awareness. We are awareness. What does that mean? Oh my God, I'm not thought, I'm not emotion. And we are the watchers. We are the watcher, and we are the identified one, the character of Paul playing in this game, the character Lori playing in the game. But there's always this watcher awareness behind every thought, behind every emotion is this beautiful essence of God or oneness that's just watching the whole time, which is us, right? It's our
Yeah.
essence. And though I said to I started coming out of this 2 month sort of inner journey. And I said to my galactic guides, because I could hear them like, it's time to get back out again. It's time to get back out. I said to them, I said, why did you guys let me, because they'll tell me what to do, what to say, that there's that galactic energy around me a lot. I said, why did you guys let me go inward for so long? Because they were silent. They were gone for 2 months. And they said, we needed you to see the God that you are. We needed you to embody and understand this God essence that you are, so that you could come back out with that deeper embodiment of what is the truest nature for every human. And now you can kind of get back to work embodying that, like grounding that knowingness into every step that you take, every post that you write, every conversation that you have. There is this awareness watching the whole thing. And these galactic beings, they understand they understand that that's not who they are, meaning the galactic beings, like a
Yeah.
whatever word you want to use for them. They're already aware that they're awareness, that they're one. And so it's been very interesting, because that mantra that you're getting, I think is really what humanity needs to focus on. Because think about it, Paul, like, how are we controlled and manipulated? Through mind.
Yeah.
If we know
That
we're
that I
not our
felt like
thought.
I felt like they were really coming strong on this, and I was kind of like, why is it so strong? Because, and they said, I kind of kept, because I do say, I've heard it before, I'm not the thoughts, I get it, Eckhart Tolle, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, we're going to say this again till you get this. We're telling you what you are, and when we tell you what you are, there's a full stop after that. There's nothing else at play. And it's like, it's really helping. Like, it's an incredible affirmation to state when you're in the middle of nuts, when you're in the middle of a bit of chaos. You just say that, and it's like, it's quite magical, actually. Stuff just falls away. I'm sure you have loads of like really cool affirmations. I'm reading this book at the moment, kind of eating it up. This lady was channeling some stuff, and she said, you know, she had a daily affirmation, and she was talking about the power of prayer. And this brings me back to Jesus as well for some reason, because I love him in the sense that he had the ability. He really definitely walked on this planet. He was not of this planet. You know, that's what I think he really achieved, you know, whatever. That's why everybody talks about him still, you know. I don't know the whole story and how much of it is fiction or what, but he had that ability to just navigate this world and not be of it, you know. But the affirmation that came through to me was, well, it was in this book, but it really resonated was, I see all the events in my life with eyes of light. And
Eyes of light, eyes of light.
eyes of light. Yeah, just like this power that we have within. It's like the awareness when you light yourself up, the light comes through your eyes, and you're looking without judgment, without, you know, the way like it's like they have no judgment, no opinion on anything. Like, you know, and sometimes people would say in the spiritual community, yeah, but say if I don't like something. Yeah, that's just preference. Just move away from it. You don't have to talk about why you don't like it. You don't even have to go there. You just have to be the awareness.
What's the book you're reading?
It's called The Maternal the Maternal Universe, and it's a trilogy of books by a new Irish author, and I think it's going to go stellar. Because I read, you know, when you read 2 of them in like 2 days, I was like eating this stuff up. She's channeling a bunch of beings called the Ascended Masters United. That's who came through to her. Irish corporate lady, living in Dublin during COVID, not really interested in spirituality. Boom, automatic writing, 3 books done. Fantastic information coming out of it.
Holy cow. Well, you know, it's so funny. I was, during my 2 months of, sorry, you guys, there's no TV on. I'm at an airport, if you can't tell. They're like, turn your TV off. I'm like, I think it's quite obvious I'm at an airport.
There's a lot of clues.
Oh, I know this is
annoying. We got to tell that
Sorry,
person
guys.
that they are the awareness behind the thoughts.
You are the awareness behind the thoughts. Okay, so I was listening to this audiobook on tape called Resurrecting Jesus by Aji Shanti, and I literally listened to it 3 times in 2 months. And it was basically about the stories behind Jesus, and not the religious components of him or what his teachings necessarily were, but how it relates to our human experience right now. And that he was basically, his spirit, I mean, our spirit's in our body, but it was like this, Jesus's spirit like descended down into physical form, and he walked as spirit in form, right? And but he still had opinions, you know, he still spoke up for those that were, you know, he had, you know, disagreements and things like that. He was still human, right? It wasn't like he was just like, holier than thou. And I just think that it's a beautiful example of where humanity is going, is true embodiment of spirit and form. And, you know, the struggle, I guess, for us is how do we navigate our really intense thoughts and emotions that we believe ourselves to be. And that's why your mantra is so incredible, because it's a pointer right away. That pointer is like, oh my God, I'm not thought. Oh my God, it's just like an instantaneous boom.
Yeah, it drops away, you know. It's like there's a real, like the power of prayer and all. Do you explore that, Laurie, in your work? Because I'm only kind of dabbling in it now, prayer, you know, because I think it's because of the way we were raised in Ireland. We have this aversion to, you know, religion or something. But prayer, I think, is pretty powerful.
I watched a near-death experience a couple months ago, and this woman was being shown during her out-of-body death, when she was dead, looking down. She was shown how the potency of prayer, and that when a human prays, or when multiple humans pray for the same thing, there's actually an energy that goes towards whatever. There's a physical energy that you can see. Well, when you're out of the body, you can see it. that goes towards whatever that intention is and impacts that intention. So if the intention is a place on the planet, the energy goes to that place. If it's a person, the energy goes to that person. So the power of prayer actually on a physics level and an energetic level has a massive impact on the intention of that focus.
Mm-hmm.
It's really, really powerful. So powerful.
You know, we have a lot of tools, you know, I think we're being helped as well off planet by so many different energies. So we got to remember that, you know, because sometimes you do feel like you're on your own, you know, even if you've got a big community of people, you go home and you're in your own head and you think, boom, but you've got a lot of, call them in, call
Yeah.
those babies in. They're all
Call
over the
those
place.
babies.
Because we need them, right? We need them, you know.
We need them,
I
but they're letting us kind of do our thing, you know. I mean, they're always going to, our guides and spirits and angels, they're always ready and available. But they can't take your limiting beliefs away. They can't take your emotional states away. You know, they can't
okay,
take your
you got to
fears
navigate it.
away. Yeah, like we have to be able to do this. So even if they were, let's just say, hold on one sec. Um, let's just say there's like a horrible thing happening on the planet, and we're like, why don't you guys come down and get rid of this, right? And they're like, okay, these galactic beings come in and they take out the whole governmental system. Yay, you know, the governmental systems are gone. And it's like, but humanity is still playing in the same consciousnesses. Nothing's changed within the human. The human still believes they're the thoughts. The human still believes their emotions. The human still believes all of these things. And so whether we take out an entire corrupt system or not, humanity from the inside has to shift. They have to understand who they are. Otherwise, we will continue to perpetuate the systems that we're yelling at and screaming at that we don't want in control anymore. You destroy all of that, humanity is still living in the same way. The humans have to change inwardly. That's the only way that this shift happens. You know, it's like, and then if you think about that, you could get rid of all of the dark, evil people that you want, you know, and all the corruption that you want. But if humanity as a collective hasn't shifted their understanding of who they are, they're still going to play in greed. They're still going to play in fear. They're still going to play in manipulation. What, we get rid of the small few that are controlling it, and that's going to be enough? And humanity is just going to live happily ever after? I don't think so. It's an inward shift. It's an inward
And what's brilliant
shift.
there is because when you said, will we take them all away? I actually felt like I would feel bereft if you took all that away. Because that's the leverage that humanity needs right now. You know, it actually is. That's the springboard that we need. Because when we look at that, we know we want something more, and it elevates us, and it makes us like, whoa, we have strength in that. So we need that leverage.
Yeah, it's what's literally pummeling us out of the old patterns. It's what's pummeling us into awakening. It's like the, you know, the when you're the wrestler, when you're in wrestling and they like take you and like it's the body slams. We need, unfortunately or fortunately, we need to continue to see this horrific corruption on the planet in order to force us. We're like children, in order to force us out of the ways in which we have been for thousands and thousands of years. Otherwise, nothing's going to change. It just isn't. So we have to be aware of the thought forms. We have to be aware of the emotional states. We don't even realize how unconscious fear is in our lives. And so we're bitching and moaning about the control and the manipulation and the blah, blah, blah that's going on the planet. And meanwhile, you are literally unconsciously being controlled by fear every single day. And that's your fault. That's your responsibility. That's not the governments. That's not the pharmaceutical companies. That's not the educational systems. That's your responsibility. Are you looking at your thoughts? Are you looking at what you are afraid to feel still? Are you looking at the really deep, deep program thoughts that you believe to be true? Right? That is what is being asked by us. And if we didn't have the corruption on the planet, we wouldn't be doing it. Why? Because it's not fun and nobody wants to do it. You know, so they're not going to take all this off the planet. It is what's awakening us.
Exactly. And when I say reach out for help, you know, I feel like even today I was in the forest having a walk before I came in, and I was thinking, you know, these are my brothers and sisters, these trees, these animals, I'm a part of this collective consciousness. If we are all that is ultimately, and we're looking through those eyes, everything is there. You know, there's so much more around us than we think, you know, because sometimes you just look at the trees and you think, wow, just trees, you know. But, but like, they're alive and they have a connection to us, you know, and it's like there's so much more than we actually see, you know. We have to become like that as well, I think, where it's like we have to start appreciating what we can see and what we can feel. We have to learn how to go into that kind of, you know, that space. That way, is it liminal? Is that a word that you would use? Liminal space.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean. It's like because the physical is so obvious, you know, so obvious, and yeah.
I think that as we continue to like move through this evolution and our bodies start to continue to hold more light or hold more frequency, whatever you want to call it, um, it's inevitable that we are going to start to see more than, so you look at a tree and you're going to start to see more than just that physical tree trunk and the green leaf. You're going to start to actually see like, holy shit, that's God. Holy cow, it's like vibrating. Wait a second, it's completely communicating with me right now. And there's, you know, there's these moments that are happening with me now where when I go out into nature, I sometimes I feel like I'm on mushrooms because,
Oh,
yeah, I get this
are
like,
you on mushrooms, though, Laurie? Are
no,
you?
not at
No,
all. I
tell us
haven't
the
done
truth.
mushrooms in forever. But I feel like I am. I'm like, holy shit. I remember in college when I overdosed on mushrooms and I was losing my mind, and this is what it felt like. Like, you know, where everything's alive and talking to you and breathing, and the colors are really intense. And, you know, these are the things that we're going to start seeing and feeling more and more as the planet, you know, keeps evolving and we keep evolving. It's super exciting. So that's why more and more of us are
You know,
called into nature.
yeah, and I'm excited about those kind of superpowers, you know, because they're going to make you, you know, if you start seeing stuff like that and you're seeing it now, that does empower you because you kind of say, hang on, dudes, you know, there's a lot more going on and I'm starting to experience it and see it, you
Yeah, you
know.
start realizing, holy shit, like this is in anything that a human experiences when they're on any sort of drug is what's naturally available when you come back into your body over and over and over again. You start embodying, you start coming in, you descend back down into physical form. However, that requires you to feel everything and to look at every single limiting thought that you have and to feel every uncomfortable moment in your life. And if you can do that over and over again, you will never, ever, ever need to do a drug ever again in your life because you have access to all of that inside the physical body. We have access to the entire fucking universe in our bodies, right? Because our body is the universe. And so when we stop searching outward for anything and we start realizing that the body holds, that's why when you're talking about the biome stuff and the like that's really, really important. You know, this getting closer and closer to our physical bodies and listening to our physical bodies, trusting our physical bodies, following our physical bodies, it will be a completely different experience for us.
Yeah, that microbiome thing, that
Oh yeah,
just blows.
microbiome. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that
got to look
blows my.
into that.
Look into
Okay, so,
that. I watched a
so
movie
listen,
the other night on Gaia about it. After an hour and a half, I'm watching a thing about someone's stomach. I'm like, what is wrong with it? And all these little bacteria and different species, and wow, you know, you think there's
yeah.
goodies and baddies, there actually isn't. They're really good at different jobs. You just got to keep them in balance, you know.
Wow. And
Um,
what do you
but
do to
one
keep them
thing,
in balance?
kefir is great. Do you drink kefir, water kefir?
What is that?
Water kefir, it's like a probiotic kind of a drink. You know kombucha, right?
Oh yeah, I can't do kombucha.
No?
No.
Try kefir.
Okay.
You can buy it in the health store. Try it, see what you think.
Okay.
Do you like kind of creamy yogurts?
Sort of. I mean, I can do it if it helps your body.
Do you do dairy?
No.
No.
Not cow,
Okay.
not cow dairy. I mean, I do like, I don't do real dairy.
You can get coconut milk kefir in your health store. Check it out
Okay.
and see how you feel.
Okay.
And I want to ask you as well, we are considering doing a live stream ticket for this gig. What do people think? Do you think we should? What's your feeling on it?
If it's easy, I definitely think we should.
Okay.
Um,
You think
if it's,
people would like that?
yeah, yeah, we'd have to get it, yeah, set it up and get it going, and 100% people would absolutely sign up for a live streaming. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we'd obviously do a reduced, it wouldn't be the same price as a live ticket, but we can do a ticket and then we can put it on somewhere, a platform, and people can just log on and we give
Yeah.
them a code. I think it's easily done. I spoke to my sound guy and he said it's pretty easy to do. So maybe we should do
I
that.
would totally do it, because there's
Oh,
thousands of people all over the world that would love to be able to join our workshop, and they can't get to Dublin, Ireland, right?
okay.
So we should if it's easy and it's not going to be complicated on your guys' end, let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. And are you doing this workshop anywhere else?
No.
This is a once-off in Ireland? Laurie
Mhm.
Lad doing a one-day workshop?
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody, like you
Yeah.
just gotta, okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this
Yeah.
ticket. We'll put a link here so you know where to get it in the live stream. Okay. And
Yeah.
in
I'll
the
leave.
workshop, I've been telling people, they're gonna spend the whole day. It's brilliant because you've got so much time.
Yeah, we're going to be, what, we start at 10, we end at 5 or 6, and it's going to be an all day. It's going to be so fun. And being in person and doing stuff in person with somebody is always so much more profound and powerful. And the last time I was there, my God, it was just so it was so empowering. It was like coming together with family. If you guys are joining right now or watching on the replay, we're talking about the event that we're doing in Dublin, Ireland, September 17th, all day long. The link is in my
Yeah,
bio, and I'll leave it down below, because this will be on Facebook and YouTube as well. But
yeah, yeah,
um,
yeah. We'll share it all over the place as well. So it's
yeah,
Sunday, September 17th, and we're gonna start at 10 a.m. and go until basically 5 p.m. Brilliant.
yeah, it's going to be incredible. And if we do live streaming, which it sounds like we'll be able to, we'll leave
Yeah,
that link down below too.
yeah.
And that'll be a lot of fun. People will love to have that, because, um, yeah, it's going to be powerful. It's an activating and fun. And I mean, listen, the Ireland folk, they have a good time. So
Did you where are you gonna stay like for a few days again this time?
yeah, so I waited too long,
Yeah,
tried to get a
yeah,
hotel room at the event place,
yeah.
freaking sold out.
No way.
So I'm staying at the same hotel I stayed at last time.
Oh, okay, okay.
But this is the only thing I'm doing, so I kind of want to play around there for a little while.
So you have about 4 or 5 days kind of thing, something like
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's a good time to be here. So September is a pretty good time. Yeah, so we'll do something. We'll
Yeah.
definitely take you out somewhere for the day and do that nature thing or something, Glendalough maybe or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Super excited.
throw you in the sea this time.
Yeah. So you guys join us in Ireland. It's not actually in Dublin. What's the town that it's in?
Oh, it's in Dublin actually. Yeah, it's in a
Oh,
place called Dunleary, the Royal Marine Hotel in Dunleary in County Dublin.
okay.
And there's people coming. There's a good crowd coming already. There's people coming from London as well, which is kind of cool. And yeah, Laurie Lad, one day only
Look
in
at
Ireland,
it. Yeah.
exclusive.
Yes. Okay, let's do it. And then we'll have the live streaming tickets available, and we'll do this. Get
Let's
ready
do it,
for
baby. And
2024.
yeah, cool. I'm looking forward to it. You arrive in the day before, do you?
I arrive, yeah, the 16th in the morning.
Okay. Okay, cool. I'll chat to you anyway, but I'm going to let you go now, and I'm going to say to you, you are the awareness behind the thoughts.
You are the awareness behind the thoughts. You are the
Well, let's
awareness
get that on a
behind the
t-shirt, Laurie.
thoughts.
Let's get it
Yes.
on a t-shirt.
You are the awareness behind the thoughts. You're starting to sound like Eckhart.
Am I? I'm actually going to see him in London. He's in London in October. Yeah, yeah. I love him. Do you?
I freaking love him. Yes.
He's the
Come on.
granddaddy. He's the granddaddy.
He is the granddaddy. He
Oh man,
is. All right, my friend, I love you, and I
I
will see you
love you too.
soon. You
Have a
guys
great
join
trip.
us. Thanks. I'll see you soon. Bye, you guys.
Bye bye. Bye bye.